All right, I got a 2008 Ford Fusion. It's got some transmission codes. I'm going to show you guys some really neat features about the Power Probe 4. Yep, we're going to use the Power Probe, the entire car. We'll scan the codes with IDS. We're going to use PTS for the wiring diagram because I have it and I pay for it. Might as well use it. It's rather expensive. My eye's all messed up. I've got the worst allergies I've ever had in my entire life. So if my eye looks swollen over here, that's why, and I'm going to rub it 100,000 times in this video, which is very bad. I know, I've been yelled at 100 times. Pulled out my Pico. The other thing I want to talk about is this really cool case from AesWave. I'll show you, open it up. It's lots of goodies. So what it is it's a whole bunch of pinout connectors, the male and female side, so that you can could feed into a connector and test for drag and everything else. I really like this case. It also, I have the Park ones for the Pico. It also comes with airbag simulators. It's like 3 ohm resistors in there. A bunch of other stuff I like. Pinout connectors. I really like this case. My only complaint with the whole case, it doesn't hold a multimeter. But now that I have this new Power Probe, I wanted to hold a Power Probe, and I'm going to show you why. I think this Power Probe's kind of neat. It does a lot. It's the new number 4. There'll be a link below my video to pick it up from AES along with this kit. So I just thought I'd show you. I'm very impressed with this Power Probe 4. Matter of fact, let me show you. This is it. The downside to this is it's bigger than the 3, a lot bigger. The screen's pretty cool. It's bigger. It's in color. One of the things we're going to talk about in this, I'm going to try to film it, is these modes. We're going to use this feed test mode here later on in the video. It's cool. It measures resistance of a circuit. I really like it. I'm kind of impressed with it. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put it on feed test mode because I know we're going to be doing that first. But just to show you, give you an idea of how it works. So this is always the ground. So if I stick it on the ground, oh, 0.3 ohms and it beeps ground. .3, right? It works. So yeah, here we go. So let's begin. All right, so you can tell from IDS, car's got a lot of miles on it. Not the end of the world here. What we're going to want to do is do a self-test for codes. Let me turn the key on. Hopefully it doesn't ding to death. It's going to ding to death. All right, we're going to do all CM DTCs. Don't need the ear on. All right. Oh, it cleared the codes. Junker. I don't feel like driving it. All right, it cleared the codes because I cleared the codes earlier because I drove it and I was testing stuff. If I drive this down the road, which I really don't want to do, it comes up with a P0753. I promise it has a P0753. That's why I'm here. They've already changed the solenoids in it. So we're going to test it like it has a P0753. I cannot believe I changed the stupid codes. That sucks. I'm kind of annoyed. I know there's a way I could go back in PTS or in IDS and show you, but just take my word for it. It has a P0753. Solenoid pressure A, circuit fault is the code. But we don't really care. The whole point of this video is really the Power Probe 4. So we're just going to pretend like it has a P0753. All right, so we're going to go in. I've already pulled up the diagram for the transmission. This is our circuit in question, duty solenoid A. So you can see right here, it's pin 8, and then pin 7 is C, and then 16 is B. So what's nice about this is if I hit this, brings this up, I can hit connector face, and it brings up the connector face, which is absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. It even like up here, watch right here. If I scroll across, it tells you what they do. So, and this is my pressure control A, shift solenoid, B. So we're gonna check shift solenoid pressure control B and shift solenoid pressure control A. So same transmission 16 and 7. So, but over, you know, here's the transmission. This is the coupler assembly. So we're going to definitely want to check 16 and 7 and see where we're at. It's going to be interesting. Actually, it should be, I cannot read today. 8 and 16, duty cycle A, duty cycle. So, but anyway, I just want to show you a quick test of these solenoids here. We'll do 8, 16, and 7. Yep. Pin 8 to ground, and then if it's the same, you know, 8 and 16, we're going to check. So we're going to do that. I'm going to leave this up in the screen so you guys can see it. The module is underneath the car by the brake pedal. It's right here, as you can see. Wow, the truck's really loud. Oh wow, I just bumped the camera. I know I'm creating a shadow, but I can't hold the light, camera, and everything all at the same time. It's kind of hard. So what we're going to do is reach up, unplug this connector, which I sucked at earlier. All right, got it up. So there's our connector. Now, I already told you this kit was invaluable. This is why, instead of back probing and worrying about it, I can actually drag test with these. Oop. I can drag test because of the male pins. So I can drag test it, make sure it connects right. Whoa. 16 and 8 are on the same side. So that's what we're gonna do. Gotta move the light so I can. Purple and green, or violet and green color I want. Yeah, violet, green, and then 8 is gray and blue. Okay. So it's this end. Slide that in there. Slide that in there. Okay, we have those in there. Which is nice. I hope you can see that. Alright, so see, we have them in. Okay. And then what I'd like to do is I like to take their extension leads, because I don't like working underneath the dashboard. I know somebody in the video is going to complain, you're adding a lot of resistance to all these things by adding in all these connectors and blah 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 blah. Yeah, well, working underneath the dashboard sucks. So that's my answer. So I like how they're red and black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the black on 16, I hope, and the red on the other one. So I have a control. Oh, red goes there. That goes there. All right. So they are. They're connected. So the first thing we want to do is measure the resistance. I'm hoping, maybe if I take off the screen. So it might help. All right, so let's check. That one has 2.5 ohms. 2.5 ohms. So they both test the same. It's kind of nice, right? Like, I'll make it so it doesn't beep. 2.6, 2.5. All right, so the question becomes now is, does each one of these draw the same current? So if we go over to our Pico, channel 1, 20 amp, I don't know, 5 to 10 sounds good. Do 100 milliseconds. Man, these trucks are a lot. Do 100 millisecond sweep. What's really nice about these leads, let's check that out. I can just clamp it on there. Bam! And then if I take my power probe, hit the button, go to voltage, okay, and it says nothing, but assuming this is all hooked up right, this should be really cool. And it worked, but I don't have a trigger. Whoops. Let's get a trigger going, guys, shall we? Trigger, repeat. Put the trigger at 2.5 amps. All right. So, as I apply power, you can see it pops up in the screen. Now, the interesting part about this is watch my 1 out of 1. Went to 2 out of 2. 3 out of 3. 4 out of 4. So I have 4 known captures of this wire. Okay. Let's go through and test this other one. So, oh, forgot to change my amp clamp. All right, change the amp clamp. So, 5 out of 5, 6 out of 6, 7 out of 7, 8 out of 8. Okay. Now, if you're asking yourself, why did I do it that many times? Well, there's a reason. I want to compare them all. So now what we'll do is we'll go in, we'll zoom in here. And I'm just going to throw an active filter on this bad boy. All right. So here's my 8 out of 8. All right. So let's just do something here. Let's just see if all of them move the current, or if that little bloop right there for the valve moving is in the same spot. So there's 8, 7, it's close, but this is the same solenoid. Same solenoid, still close. Still close. All right, other solenoid. It's a little lower, but it's close. A little lower there, a little lower there, but close. I mean, these are all very, very close. The current's real close. So what do we have? We have the same current, same resistance value on both of them, and the transmission always sets a fault. I mean, I went down the road 3 times and it got a fault 3 times. I'm kind of leaning towards the TCM. I am a little worried that maybe there's a bore or something loose inside the tranny and it's letting fluid by, because I've seen some circuit fault codes for that, because it goes to apply the solenoid and the pressure gets applied weird because it's already leaked some fluid past the bore. Again, the shop's changed the solenoid, hoping they check the bore. I don't know. But I just thought I'd show you how much you can use this power probe for. I mean, I could have got a multimeter out and then I still had to apply power somehow. I did it all with this tool. It's kind of sweet. So quick, simple. They got a TCM coming based on this result. It's kind of what Identifix says. I kind of follow the Identifix chart on transmissions because I hate transmissions. And it's good info. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed another quick tip on how to use your power probe 4. I'll show you guys more videos on this tool later too, because I'm really liking this bad boy.